Cool. Hi, everybody. Welcome. My name is Bridget. Welcome to our Freedom Lifestyle event. Tonight, we're here for a few things. One is to welcome the beautiful Rose and Rebecca, who are launching their businesses tonight. So, warm welcome to them. And if you've jumped on to support them, thank you so much. I know they really appreciate it, and we'll be hearing from them in a little bit. We're really here to talk to you about a few things tonight. Number one being our incredible health and wellness program and the beautiful nutritional support that goes alongside it. And the second is about a business opportunity, a side hustle, if you may call it, a way to create a little bit of time freedom. And I know that there's kind of no more important time than now. We're all looking for a way to make some extra money or a way to maybe divert how we've been working in the past, and being able to earn an income online has definitely been very useful for me in the last month. And I don't think if I thought about where I was in about 2.5 years ago, I don't think I would have been thinking I was working online full time, but I am, and I love it. So first, I think to kick us off, I'm going to invite a very good friend of mine on, Stacey, and she's going to talk to you a little bit about our beautiful program and products. So, Stace.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Bridget. Hi, everyone. I'm Stacey. I'm a solo parent here in Christchurch. I've been on this product and program for 2.5 years now, and absolutely love it. It's been the best thing that I have pretty much come across. So I'm going to just run through a little bit of the product and program for you guys tonight. So basically, our 5 plus a day that we see on TV is actually 25 years old. It's actually scientifically 9 to 13 serves of fruit and vegetables in our system that we need pretty much daily. But if you notice, all our fruits and vegetables in the supermarkets are usually picked before their time. They've got to get from the farm to the veggie store or the supermarket. Then we buy them, we sit them on our bench or in our fridge, and they sit there for a week. Then we pick them, we peel them, we cut them, we cook all the nutrients out of them, and really, what are we left with? And to be honest, if I'm really honest with you, I've probably had about 2 serves of actual vegetables, not fruits. I haven't had any fruit today, to be honest. 2 serves of vegetables today. I mean, think about how many serves of fruits and vegetables you've had compared to the 9 to 13 that we should be getting each day. So Juice Plus has come up with an amazing product which basically bridges the gap between what you should be eating and what you do actually eat. And it is fruits and vegetables in a capsule. Pretty plain and simple. That's all it is. Nothing else is added into it. But what's really different between this and what you buy in the supermarket is it's grown in 2nd and 3rd generation farms over the equator. The soil's 6 to 9 meters deep, and we rotate our crops so that our product gets the best nutrients possible and the soil's not depleted and all of that sort of stuff. So basically what happens with these is they're left on the vine until they're ripened at like perfect nutritional part. I couldn't think of the word then. So what happens with these is that then they are basically picked. They are taken to our processing plants, which are usually an hour's distance, or some of our farmers actually have processing plants on site. They are washed, they are put into a pulping machine. So basically the pip, the stem, the stalk, and all of that is actually put in there as well, because 80% of an orange's nutrients is in its skin. How amazing is that? So you may as well eat the skin of the orange instead of the orange itself, because you're going to get more nutrients out of it. But who really wants to do that? Not me. Not keen to eat an orange skin. So then basically they pulp them and they dry them in a cooling process, and then they capsulate them. The reason we capsulate them is because it keeps the freshness and it keeps the oxidization happening. Okay, so as soon as you open one of these capsules and leaves it on your bench for a bit, or puts it in a smoothie and leaves it sitting for ages, it kind of turns a bit of a weird taste, which means you're still eating fresh fruits and vegetables straight into your system each day, which is really cool. So that bridges the gap and gives you a large variety of 33 fruits and vegetables in your diet a day. Fruits, vegetables, and berries, sorry, may I add. Yeah, and it's amazing. And I've had so much results on it myself. You know, I've had energy, a better sleep. You know, when I started this 2.5 years ago, my twins were 16 months old, and I was sleeping 2 hours during the day, and I was in bed at 8:30 at 9 o'clock at night, and I was up throughout the night, as you are with kids. Within 4 days, I had crazy energy. Within 2 weeks, for me, my own personal results, I dropped my day nap, and I was going to bed at 10, 11 o'clock at night. I wasn't failing at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, needing a coffee, needing a sugar fix, needing a packet of biscuits just to get me through. So for me, that was absolutely amazing. And I'm still like that 2.5 years down the track. I do not fail at 3 o'clock and start going downhill, which is awesome. The other product we do have, which is our chews. So if you don't like taking a capsule, we offer them in chews. Now, I've only got a packet of veggie ones here because the kids have had to eat the fruit ones, but basically you get fruit and vegetable chews. Yeah, I'm a packet behind, that's weird. Same as what's in these, but in a chewable form, okay? And these taste amazing. The only difference is a little bit of the juice from the sugar is left in there to sweeten it, and then it's bound together by an organic tapioca. Absolutely amazing. And the cool thing is kids between the ages of 4 and 18 get this for free. You can sponsor a child. It doesn't have to be your child. It can be your niece, your nephew, your next door neighbor. But our company, which is a company with a heart, gives away free product to kids to help educate them and give them the best start to life up to 4 years. How cool is that? I think that's absolutely amazing. And my kids get them, and it's amazing. The next product we do have is our beautiful omegas. Now, these are vegan. All of our products are vegan. All of our products are gluten-free as well, which is really essential. Now, in case you didn't know, fish don't actually produce omegas. They get it from the algae in the sea. So there's not enough fish in the sea to eat, let alone produce for omegas and fish oils. So we've produced this beautiful vegan omegas, which has omegas 3, 5, 7, 6, and 9. I think I'm correct at that one. There's 5 of them anyway. So these are basically come from raspberry seed oil, sea buckthorn oil. They come from safflower oil, tomato seed oil. Absolutely amazing. I swear by these, and I've run out at the moment, and I'm scared to death of what's going to happen, because the one thing I noticed with these is I suffered hip dysplasia from carrying the twins now, which is basically my hips don't align, and I suffered hugely for the 16 months that since I had the kids to when I discovered this product. And you know, I did physio, I did all what I was meant to do. But within taking this product, within 4 months, I actually couldn't believe that I wasn't suffering from pain anymore. And when I broke up with my kid's father and became a solo parent, I stopped them because I just needed a little bit of money to get me started, to basically build my life again. And I stopped these. And within 4 days, 3 or 4 days, I was in terrible pain. Now, I've done that twice, and I promised myself I'd never run out again. But guess what? I've run out. So I might be calling on some of these beautiful ladies to give me some omegas just to get me through if I don't get them. So for me, absolutely essential. Everyone needs omegas. Skin health, hair, nails, inflammation, all of that sort of stuff. Absolutely amazing. We actually don't produce omegas naturally in our body. So, you know, we have to supplement them. So that's pretty cool. The next is also one of my favorites, actually, to be really honest. I love the whole range, but this is the last part of it, is we've got these beautiful nutritional drinks. Okay, so they are like a protein drink, but they're not a protein drink. They are a complete meal kind of thing, but they're not a meal supplement. We don't promote meal supplements. So you can put them together with a whole lot of beautiful stuff like, you know, your avocados, your berries, get some good fats and some nuts and some fruit and stuff, and turn them into a meal replacement. But we don't endorse that. These are a complete drink. These are great nutrition. They've got 30 plant-based ingredients in them. They've got the highest rating protein drink on the market. All protein drinks are actually rated. This is one of the highest rated, and it's got, you know, 30 plant-based ingredients, including, you know, pomegranate powder, pumpkin powder, mushroom powder, yucca powder. You know, they've got a sprout blend of alfalfa sprout, radish sprouts, broccoli sprouts, and all of that sort of stuff. And it's really cool. They come in chocolate or vanilla. The chocolate tastes like chocolate paddle pop, if you guys remember those. They were always one of my favorites, so they are fantastic. But just with one sachet mixed with water, I think this is really kind of cool. You get 50% of your recommended daily intake of vitamin B6, vitamin B12, vitamin C, calcium. You've got your thiamine and your niacin. Now your niacin comes from the mushroom powder, okay, and your niacin is your mood balancer. So for me, these are really essential. When I have them in my day, I notice I'm really calm. When I don't have them, angry mum comes out about that 5-6 o'clock time, and it's not nice. It's not nice. And I do notice that mood kind of balances out, which is really quite cool. But the cool thing is also your iron intake. There's 26% of your recommended daily intake of iron is in one of these shakes, and I absolutely love that fact. So they come in chocolate and vanilla, and they come in individual sachets, so you can keep them in your bag. You don't have to have this big tub of like protein powder or something like that. And you can mix them with water when you're out and about. Saves you doing silly things like going through the KFC drive-through or something like that. Not that anyone's doing that right now, but it saves you doing all that silly stuff. The last thing I want to talk to you guys about is our program. Now we have 3 amazing nutritional programs, but I'm going to talk about one today, and that is basically called How to Plate Up. This program is absolutely amazing. So it teaches you all about what you need in your system to basically have your body thriving at its best. So, you know, your good fats like your avocados, your nuts, your good oils, they feed your nervous system, which basically tells you your body, you know, sends all those beautiful signals around your body. And 10% is needed in your food throughout the day, 10% of good fats. 60% on your plate should be fruits and vegetables, you know, complex carbohydrates, and that's, you know, your green vegetables and stuff like that. And that basically builds your immune system. The cool thing, especially at the moment with what's going on in the world, is this is actually scientifically proven to help support your immune system, which is top notch, absolutely awesome for what is going on around the world. We are all sweet. So, you know, 60% of your plate should be, you know, your fruits and vegetables, which is your plant-based carbohydrates, helps with your immune system. And then your 30% should be your probiotics, your prebiotics, and your protein. And that can be in either a meat form or a vegetable form, whatever you want. But plating up like that feeds your system so that you strive at the most opulent level. And the cool thing about that is that we can provide those products to supplement well, and then we can start teaching you guys to eat better and stuff like that. So that's really cool. We've got other programs as well with heaps and heaps and heaps and heaps and heaps of amazing whole food, beautiful recipes. But at the moment, I'm going to get Melissa on, and she's going to tell us a little bit about her story. So thanks, guys, for listening to me babble on about this amazing product. And Melissa, we'll get you going.
Hello, gorgeous. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm Mel, and I have been taking these products for over 2 years. Now, Stace, I can so relate to that regarding the omegas. I'm out and my knees are starting to creak. So They are literally amazing. I'm a chronic sinus sufferer of maybe about 25 years, 25, 20 years, to the point that I have had my polyps removed from my sinus cavities. And literally throughout my life, there has been points where it's been debilitating. Now, I discovered these products when I had a 3-year-old and a 6-month-old. And at that point in time, I was completely depleted. I didn't know what I was depleted of. I actually thought that I had something wrong with me. I felt that terrible. And I'd started to go to the doctors and get tests done. And I'm talking tests about like breast screens and pelvic screens, because I actually thought that I had something seriously wrong with me. I felt that bad. I was nauseated all the time. My limbs were aching. I had severe brain fog, couldn't think, really bad sugar cravings. My gut health was terrible. I was bloated. And then I was also starting to get anxiety. And I was also, my sinus was horrendous. Like, I was getting sinus attacks at 2 a.m. in the morning. So I would just randomly wake up and my nose would start running and my eyes would start running and I'd start blowing my nose, and my husband would get cranky because he would have to get up at 5 a.m. Anyway, so I started on the products, and literally within 2 weeks, I felt a sudden increase in energy. I didn't hit that 11 a.m. or that 3 p.m. slump that I was basically wanting to go and have a rest or shut my eyes, but I couldn't because I had a 6-month-old. So I straight away, within that 2 weeks, my energy levels increased and I didn't feel like that. So then, And so then the brain, no, not yet though. I'll be out in a minute. So then the brain fog, lifted and the sugar craving stopped, which was, just amazing. I was kind of like, wow, this is incredible. And basically, within that month, I literally, my body started to aching and the nausea disappeared as well. So I was that person that had so many synthetic vitamins in my cupboard, but nothing was working. I couldn't stick with anything. But this, I'd get up, I'd take them, I'd take a few extra because that's what I felt when I was in that period of time. And I had, I was dramatically starting to feel so much better. I also needed to lose, I had about 9 kilos of baby weight that I was, really not happy with. So it was kind of the catalyst for the change. I was starting to feel better in myself. And then I started exercising because I knew what I had to do up here. I just couldn't physically do it. Started exercising and I started utilizing our program, and basically tidying up our family's diet and everything like that. And within 3 months, I'd lost all the weight. I felt incredible. So, I was hooked. And as far as the kids go with the free products, just blows my mind that a company would do that. And my kids have been using them for the same amount of time. My little one started on them when she was about 1.5, I think she was. And she was a bronchiolitis baby. Now, last year, we socialise a lot. We go to preschool and we had no snot, we had no colds, no coughs, we had nothing. We went all winter free, and as you can see, like, I live two hours from the snow. The kids were completely there, flu, cold, everything free. So it was just insane. And I go into this winter knowing that their little immune systems are, fairly bulletproof at the moment. So it just makes me a very happy mum. And also my eldest one, she is we don't like to say fussy, we like to say a bit picky eater. And it just takes the stress out of my day because I know every day we're bridging the gap in her nutrition of what she's, not wanting to eat. So, yeah, seriously, they're just amazing and I love them. So yeah, thank you. I think I'm passing to Bridge maybe.
Yeah, thank you so much, Melissa. It's always great to hear everyone's stories. Obviously, everyone, at the end of the day, like Stacey said, it's fruit, vegetables and berries. So what it's going to do in your body will be completely different to what it will do in somebody else's. Melissa's just shared what it happened for her. For me personally, the biggest thing I noticed straight away was that I just craved more goodness. I already ate really well, but I just all of a sudden was craving fruit and vegetables even more. So I think they say that like attracts like. If you sit down and start eating chocolate, you just want more chocolate and more chocolate. If you're flooding your body with fruit and vegetables, you just crave more fruit and vegetables. It regulated my hormones, it cleared up my skin, it gave me more energy, and I definitely have noticed that our immune systems have just been so much stronger. My daughter, this kind of similar to Melissa, now she hardly ever gets sick. She might have, every now and then one little snotty nose or a cold, but nothing much. So super grateful for that. So I'm just going to switch gears a little bit now and talk about the business side of things. So for me, I'm also a traditional business owner. I have a catering company. When this opportunity came across the table for me, my first thought was, oh my God, I don't have enough time. I'm never going to have enough time. I work 17-hour days and it's crazy. I'm not going to be able to give my all to it. But what I realized after looking into it, this is a business in a box. It's completely set up for you. You can do it in stolen moments around your children, around any business that you might be doing already or job. You have so much help. You have such a big community here to support you along the way. So if that is one of your worries, I just want to put your mind to rest that it is completely possible to do in stolen moments. I'd just like to bring on another good friend of mine, Shannon, now, and she's going to talk a little bit about her experience with the business. And I'd just really like to hear, Shannon, why was this Dress Plus an option for you? What was it that attracted you to the business in the first place? And when you first came across it, did you have any worries or concerns or anything like that?
Hey. Yeah, so the business kind of came up at a time where I was a new mum and I was having to go back to work after 4 months, and it instantly hit me that, holy shit, I don't want to be doing that, like I want to be at home with my baby. And so I kind of put it out there and this rose up. And so I was like, well, I don't have, there's nothing for me to really lose at this point. It's not like, with this business, you're not having to invest a whole lot of money, it's a really small amount to then have the amazing opportunity given to you. And it's definitely not something that is, a get rich quick scheme. It's something that is, you build slowly over time. But what kind of just amazed me about the whole thing was the fact that, you think about kind of, going to university, going to a 9-to-5 job, and that's kind of what you're taught to do. And then later on down the track, you've potentially got to rely on the government when you want to retire. And I know that that's not a heck of a lot of money. Unless you've been able to really build yourself up in your career and be successful, you're generally left with not a lot. And so this gave me the opportunity to go, actually, no, I'm worth more than that. And I'm able to then be able to retire myself and be able to pay and, have that stream of income coming in and not having to worry about that. And in the same breath, I'm able to help other people do the same thing. So it's not a selfish thing in itself. It's I'm able to then help other people do just that. And I know, like, in this business, it can be as small as, having extra money to be able to not worry about checking the calendar when you go to the grocery store, or being able to buy little treats for yourself, or treat your kids, or whatever it is. Or it can be, way up there in terms of, buying a house, going on insane adventures with your family, or traveling the world, or whatever it may be. And it's quite amazing in the time that we're in right now is that, everyone's in a kind of state of alarm. People are losing their jobs. It's kind of unstable at the moment, but with this kind of industry, it just keeps growing and it's sturdy, whereas, like you say about worries and reservations, I think when a lot of people are brought this kind of opportunity to them, they go, oh, I don't know, it's not the norm thing, it's probably not stable, right? But if you look at what's going on right now, what's more stable, so it is a true opportunity. And the people that are in this community are only here to help you. And that's another thing that I just absolutely love, is that everyone here will help lift you up. Any questions you have will be answered. We're all here growing together. It doesn't matter where we're at in the business. We're constantly growing and evolving. And, you know, I can definitely tell you that if you decide to join this business and opportunity, you will not be the same person when you join to, you know, months, years down the track. It's a complete self-development course in one as well, which I think is a true blessing in itself. But yeah, I guess from where I was then to where I am now, I was able to quit that job that I was having to go back to. I was able to then start my own studio. So I have a traditional business as well. The biggest thing for me was that if I had this online structure and this income coming in, then I didn't have to sacrifice the passion that I have for my studio, and I could still sort of have that being my income and that being my passion. And that was one thing that was really important to me, is to not get stuck in that business trap of everything being stressful and not being able to actually have that flow. But that's all I'll share today, because I can ramble and I don't want to take up all your time. So I'll pass back to Bridget.
All good. Thanks, Han. Yeah, I'd just like to share a little, you know, like if you're thinking about, obviously, if you have a traditional business and you have to deal with taxes and, I don't know, emails and staffing and all that, the cool thing about this business is literally you pay like a yearly fee of $172.50, and then head office takes care of all of that. Obviously, you have to pay your own taxes, but they ship everything. You just connect the customer with head office. So you have a virtual office, you do orders online, and the head office ships everything. You don't have to deal with products, you don't have to deal with anything like that. So it is your own business, but you don't have all the headache that goes with it. So that's what I love about this business. So now I'm going to bring on another lovely lady, Pauline, and she's going to share quickly a little bit about what attracted to her to the business in the first place, and if she had any reservations when she first started.
Yeah, thanks, Bridget. Yep, so I'm Pauline. I've been a part of this business now for 2 years. I dived in at a time when I was struggling emotionally and mentally by being bullied in a job that went on for quite some time and eventually managed me out to the point where I didn't ever want to go for another job interview again. So when this opportunity came along, it was a no-brainer, really, for me. The business made sense, the product made sense, and of course I fell in love with the community. So as Shannon says, you don't become the same person when you start this business. It's definitely a professional development on yourself and a huge emotional journey at that, but not in a bad way. And I've done some major changing personally with myself, and yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't work for anybody else ever again. I do this full time, and I absolutely love it. And yeah, it's just something that just clicked. The business made sense, the structure, and you know, let's face it, we all need good health. So on that note, I'm now really privileged to introduce our two guests tonight. So the first one is the lovely Rose. So Rose, if you'd like to take yourself off mute, hun, and could you tell us what it is that got you interested in this business and what you are looking forward to down the track? Take yourself off mute, hun. Can you unmute her, Bridget?
Which one's Rose?
Rose is the
Oh, yeah.
the phone. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Only thing is I can't hear you very well.
Okay. Okay. So can you tell us why you're here? What got you interested in being here? And where you want to go?
I first like the idea of being flexible for work for a start and trying something completely new, which I sort of needed to do.
but also I really love the idea of improving my own health. That was probably one of the main chords that struck with me, because I have had health immunity issues in the past, and that's another big problem that I have with working out in the community, is that I can catch things very easily, which is why I'm actually hibernating at a friend's place at the moment, and I'm not at home, because my daughters are frontline workers and I'm more likely to catch something from them. And so I think for me, this is, such excellent timing. The way the world is at the moment with this horrible virus, if we can all stay as healthy as we possibly can and promote that, that would be awesome. And I know I need to go on another self-improvement journey myself, having just turned 50.
Oh, young. That's
Yeah,
young.
I would love to lose a bit of weight and feel good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And do you see yourself down the future with this? Like, is this something that could benefit you further down the track?
I hope so. I will just have to see how it goes. I got asked today, where do I want to be in 12 months' time? And I guess I'm still trying to get to that journey. And if I can start something and build something, that'll be awesome. It'll just be a bit of a journey for me. Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, thank you, Rose. And I'm also going to pass over now to the lovely Rebecca, who has joined us on this journey as well. And the same questions, Rebecca. What is it that got you interested in this, and where do you see yourself down the track?
Well, I've got lots to say, but I'm going to say it in a very short time. And that is that I already have my own little side business called Enrich Holistic Wellness. And it's all about mind, body, and soul. And what I do within that business was I have workshops and I do retreats. I do art and craft and mindfulness as a way to try and help people like reduce their stress, learn to love themselves more and become more authentic people. And I also had a part-time job, with a real estate company. And funny enough, it was just the weekend before we got locked down that I decided that I was going to jump on board. So I'd been thinking about it for a while, and then I finally jumped on board, and then all of my jobs just went, God, I got no money, and I'm already getting paid from this. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it just happened at the right time for me. So I'm just really enjoying the business so far. I'm loving the fact that what I'm getting taught with how to run my business, I can implement it in my other business. And like everybody's been mentioning, there's so much self-development in there, and I love that. And so I'm looking at this as well as I'm still a customer, and I'm getting to fill my own cup so that I can be what I need to be for my other people, my other customers who come to my workshops, who come to my retreats and things like that. So yeah, I'm super excited, and I can totally tell you where I want to be in 12 months.
Love it.
In Mexico, still getting money coming to my bank account because I've got this shit set up, and I'm drinking a margarita, and I'm still working on my phone because this shit's addictive, right?
Right. And I hope you're inviting us along when you end up in Mexico and sipping margaritas.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, shit. Awesome. Well, thanks, Rebecca. And back to you, Bridget.
Classic. I love it, Rebecca. And I love it how your background goes with your top. Like it's face. Awesome. I love it. Right. Well, thanks so much, girls. Thank you for sharing. And I'm sure you're both going to rock it in this business. And the thing I love about this business is you do it at your own pace. We are here to support you. If you're ready to bite the bullet and run, or if you just want to take baby steps, we're here to support you all the way. That's what it's all about. So if you've jumped on tonight to support these girls, or if someone has sent you this recording, then I just would like to thank you for being here. And if you have any questions, I just urge you to get them answered. I know that after I first watched something like this 2 years ago now, I was just like, what what the hell? I had so many questions. I didn't know what was what. And I think I'm just so glad I said what if, because what if this could be the way that I could create an extra income and spend more time with my family? What if this is the way I could create an extra income and go on a holiday? And so I just urge you to get those questions answered, and hope you have a wonderful week and long weekend, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you.